Are you constantly feeling too much, stuck in the past, or looking for other people's approval? The famous warrior Miyamoto Musashi learned how to be detached, but not to escape life, but to take charge of it. We will learn from this video his powerful lessons on how to free your mind, stay strong in any situation, and find your true inner strength. Lesson 1. Detach from emotional reactions. It was one of Musashi's best qualities that he could stay calm during fight. He knew that feelings aren't always logical and can make people make bad choices. Anyone who acts out of fear or anger is a fighter who has lost control. In normal life, it's the same. When you let your feelings control what you do, those feelings are in charge, not you. Picture yourself being insulted by someone. You might feel angry, defensive, or even like getting back at them right away. But what does that really do? Nothing. It only makes things worse and steals your energy. Instead, distance lets you watch what's going on without getting upset about it. When you separate yourself, you act with knowledge instead of emotion. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain, Musashi wrote in the Book of Five Rings. In other words, this means there are lots of ways to deal with things in life. If one method doesn't work for you, try another. Being emotionally detached lets you be flexible. To be detached, you don't have to hide your feelings. It means being aware of them, but not letting them control you. There is power over your feelings when you separate from them. You create a mind that is calm and steady, not affected by chaos in the outside world. You can clearly see what's going on and make smart choices. Being aware is the first step in practicing distance. When you feel a strong feeling coming on like anger, frustration, or sadness, take a moment to calm down. Take a big breath. Watch the feeling without reacting to it. Ask yourself, do I need to respond this way? Does it help me? Don't worry about it. Musashi's ideas teach us that feelings are like waves on the ocean. People come and go, but you decide if you want to ride them or let them go. A real fighter or master of life is someone who doesn't move when the storm is going on around them. Lesson 2. Detach from the past and future. Musashi was very aware of and focused on the present moment all the time. He knew that thinking about the past or being afraid of the future makes the mind weak. The past can't be changed, and the future is hard to guess. Right now is the only thing you can change. Many people are stuck because they feel bad about mistakes they made or chances they missed. They think about what happened in the past and wish they had done something different. Some people worry about the future all the time because they don't know what will happen. You can't live fully if you think these two ways. Musashi had a clear philosophy. Only think about the job at hand. His mind was full of the present moment, whether he was in a duel or writing his theories. His thoughts about the past or the future did not get in the way of his decisions. Being detached from time doesn't mean you don't learn from the past or make plans for the future. That is, it means not holding on to either. You already know what you need to know from the past. Things will work out the way they should. Do your best right now. That's your job. Musashi won fights not by guessing what would happen, but by acting on what was happening at the time. He changed. He was like water. His thoughts and actions were never set in stone. This is what it looks like to be detached from time, to live in the present and with clarity. Mindfulness is a skill that can help you let go of the past and the future. Learn how to focus on the present moment. If you feel stuck in guilt about the past, tell yourself, I can't change it. It only helps me learn. Tell yourself, it's not real yet if you're worried about the future. When the time comes, I'll take care of it. Musashi tells us to live in the present moment. You can find peace, focus, and make better choices when you separate yourself from time. Lesson 3. Detach from seeking approval. The famous warrior Miyamoto Musashi believed in being independent and having faith in oneself. He thought that trying to get praise made people less smart and prevented them from real mastery. Musashi never tried to impress other people. Instead, he worked on mastering himself, getting better at what he did, and following his own rules. He knew that other people's acceptance is temporary and not always reliable, which is why people are afraid to take chances, stand up for themselves, and say what they really think. We are taught from a young age to want other people to like us, which can make us make choices based on how other people will behave instead of what is best for us. Since everyone wants to be liked, it makes them afraid to take chances, be alone, and say what they really think. To stop trying to please other people, you need to set your own rules and follow them, no matter what other people think. Musashi thought that everyone should go their own way and not follow what other people think or let them tell them what to do. He followed his own rules, beliefs, and goals, which is a sign of real strength. To start letting go of praise, one must first make small choices based on their own values, speak their mind, and do things that are in line with their beliefs, even if they're not popular. Musashi shows us that real confidence doesn't come from praise from other people. We can be truly free when we let go of the need to be approved of by others. We stop worrying about what other people think and focus on what matters most: our own growth, success, and path in life. Lesson 4. Detach from overthinking. The mind is strong, but it can also hold you back. When you think too much, you hesitate, doubt yourself, and suffer needlessly. Miyamoto Musashi truly understood this. A fighter who thinks about every move too much will lose the battle. The same is true in life. If you think too much, you get stuck and miss out on chances while wasting energy on endless possibilities. Musashi's ideas came from doing things. He thought that doing things instead of thinking too much led to understanding. He wrote, "If you know the way deep, you will see it everywhere. You can't just think your way to wisdom. You have to live it too." As he thinks about his next move, a fighter doesn't stand still. Instead, he moves with confidence, adapting to the situation. People often think too much because they are afraid of something, making a mistake, failing, or being judged. But Musashi taught that fear is not real. He was okay with not knowing what would happen because he knew that life is random and that thinking about it wouldn't change anything. He didn't worry about what could go wrong. Instead, he thought about what needed to be done right now. Before you can stop overthinking, you need to be able to tell when your mind is stuck in a loop of too much thinking. Think about it. Am I studying, or am I thinking too much about it? Does this thought move me to act, or does it hold me back? What could go wrong if I do something now? The truth is that most of the things we worry about don't happen. It gets harder to act when you think about a choice for a long time. Musashi's advice was easy to follow. Believe in yourself and keep going. Things you do wrong teach you something. You change when things don't go as planned. The important thing is to free your mind from the things that hold you back. Taking strong action is one way to practice being detached from overthinking. Setting a time limit will help you make decisions faster and better. Give yourself 1 minute to make up your mind, and then fully commit. Before making a big choice, ask yourself, will this matter in a year? Do something and move on if not. Musashi tells us that a strong thought is one that is clear. When you let go of things that aren't important, you can focus, feel confident, and face life without fear. Lesson 5. Detach from toxic relationships. It's not always meant for people to stay in your life or for relationships to last. It was clear to Miyamoto Musashi that the people you hang out with affect your mood, energy, and success. That's why he stayed away from people who made him less disciplined, slowed him down, or drained his energy. You need to learn how to let go of bad situations if you want to be truly strong inside. There are many types of unhealthy interactions. It could be a friend who is manipulative, a partner who is bossy, or even a family member who talks badly about you all the time. People like this keep you down and make you question yourself and your path. They drain your emotional and mental strength, leaving you tired and unable to focus on your true mission. Musashi thought that a fighter should always take care of his mind, which meant picking the right people to be in his life. Getting away from bad situations doesn't mean you hate other people or want to hurt them. It means being able to tell when someone is stopping you and having the guts to leave them. Musashi had a strict set of rules for being self-disciplined and able to take care of himself. He never let outside factors affect how he thought or what he did. You need to think the same way. You should never give up your peace and growth to keep a relationship that hurts you. Attachment is one of the main reasons why it's so hard for people to leave bad situations. They are afraid of being alone or of what other people will think. But Musashi shows us that real strength doesn't come from approval from other people. Getting rid of toxic people makes room for better, more important relationships. You let growth, peace, and self-respect come into your life. Ask yourself, does this person add value to my life? If you are in a bad relationship, do they help me get better? Do they care about me? It's time to separate if the answer is no. Setting limits, limiting touch, and focusing on your own well-being are all examples of this. It doesn't mean having a big fight. Musashi had a simple philosophy. Hang out with people who make you stronger, not people who make you weaker. As a warrior, you have to travel light, which means letting go of things that aren't important like bad relationships. Lesson 6. Detach from comfort zones. Are you living in a safe but still the same world? Being in a comfort zone can make us feel safe, but it also stops us from growing. The famous warrior Miyamoto Musashi never let himself get stuck in comfort. He knew that the only way to truly master something is to keep pushing yourself, change, and be ready to step into the unknown. Musashi's life showed the truth of this idea. He didn't stay in one place or fight in the same way over and over again. He was always trying to get better, so he went on trips, fought, and learned from each event. What his philosophy tells us is that we can only grow when we let go of what we know. The safety zone is an enemy that you don't hear. It makes you want to stay put, not take any risks, and be happy with less than you could be. It says things like, it's too hard. What if I fail? And I'm fine where I am. Musashi, on the other hand, did things differently. He liked problems. He thought that the only way to become truly strong was to be uncomfortable, follow rules, and push yourself past your limits. Why is it so important to get away from comfort? You don't push yourself when you stay in your safe zone. You do the same things, think the same things, and decide the same things over and over again. This makes you mentally, physically, and emotionally stuck over time. You no longer change. You stop getting better. You're still stuck. Still, life isn't meant to be lived in silence. The goal is for you to grow and learn about yourself along the way. Musashi tells us that you have to train in hard times if you want to master yourself. Don't try to avoid pain. Instead, look for it. Each problem you face, each hard time, and each new experience you have makes you better and smarter. Always push yourself, whether it's to speak up, try something new, or take a chance. Musashi was never scared of losing. He saw every problem as a chance to learn something. Change your habits, go to new places, and put yourself in situations you're not used to. Don't settle for easy things. Push yourself to do things that you think are impossible. In Musashi's view, things were always changing. Get out of your safe zone and into the unknown if you want to reach your full potential. That's where real strength is made.